Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this beautiful sourdough that is so simple and fast to make. If you're so intimidated by sourdough, the starter, the baking of the bread, the kneading, whatever, I'm telling you, it is so easy and you need to watch this video right now because I was you like a month ago, and after this video, you are going to be able to bake such a beautiful bread. Okay, so let's get into it. Obviously, you're going to start with your sourdough starter. You want to make sure it's nice and active. You fed it at least 12 hours before. You're going to grab your digital scale. Do not get intimidated by a scale. A scale is such a baker's life hack. I baked so long without one, but it saves me so many dishes because I'm not washing all of these measuring cups and like tablespoons and everything. So grab your scale and just zero it out every time you're going to add something in. Almost every recipe has like the grams of how much you have to put in. So start with your sourdough starter. A good thick one like mine is a really good sign that it's going to be a good bread. And then you're obviously going to get water. You want to make sure that your water is warm. This just supports the fermentation that's already going to occur. Like I said, zero it back out and then pour your water in. Okay, so now you're gonna mix it all together. You want it to almost look like milk, your sourdough starter and your water. Like I said, nothing crazy, don't X out yet. You're gonna put a little bit of olive oil. This will just help with how all the moisture inside of your bread. Put some salt. I have a very noisy household, but it's a happy household. Then you're gonna put in your bread flour. I use bread flour. Some people use all-purpose flour. Bread flour just has a higher gluten content, and so it almost makes your bread like chewier. Now you're going to just mix everything in. Before I made sourdough, I didn't know what this little tool was. This is, I think they call it a bread whisk. So unlike other whisks where it's just like round and there's kind of like a hole in the middle where things get stuck, this is completely flat. So I love this little tool, but it's not necessary at all. You can literally mix it in with like a spatula and like super low key because you're not really doing anything here that is like requires this whisk. But I have enjoyed it. It just came in my sourdough kit that I bought off Amazon that I linked below. So just keep mixing it with whatever tool you're using until it comes together a bit. And then you'll see I'm going to take all of it off the whisk and then go in there with my hands and
so much candy
just
on what?
kind of knead it and like mix it.
Okay, so now our dough has doubled in size and we can put it into the little proofing basket. So this is the proofing basket. I just got mine off of Amazon, and what we want to do is just like, you don't really have to deflate the dough, but it'll just like naturally deflate. And so it's like this small still. What we're gonna wanna do is just kind of make it into a circle. So I'm literally using my hands and forming it and turning it. Now it looks like a cute little smooth circle. You want to make sure this has some flour on it so that it doesn't stick. I think mine has enough because I use it really often. And then it'll look like this. And you can either like refrigerate proof it, or you could just proof it for a shorter amount of time in like room temp. So I'm gonna leave this for like 3 hours and like in room temp, and then score it and bake it. Okay guys, so I preheated my oven to 500 degrees and I'm gonna put in my Dutch oven. And this is like not a fancy Dutch oven. I think this is literally one from Amazon. Yes, it's like the Lodge brand. So I'm gonna put in my Dutch oven to the oven. We're gonna preheat this for 35 minutes and then we can stick the sourdough in, score it, and then bake it. All right, 35. Okay, so I'm gonna grab a piece of parchment and we're gonna just literally flip. Perfect. Depending how much flour there is, sometimes there's like flour on this, but there's no flour and that's okay. So in my little sourdough, the sourdough starter kit that I bought on Amazon, it comes with like these blades to score, and I'm literally just going to, careful guys, because this is a really sharp blade. You're gonna wanna go pretty deep. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but this is gonna give room for the sourdough to grow. So after 35 minutes, your Dutch oven is preheated. Take the cap off, obviously use your oven mitt because it's super hot. Place the scored sourdough in. Place it right into the Dutch oven, and then you're gonna cover it again. The temperature to 450, and we're gonna bake it with the cover on for 25 minutes. So after 25 minutes, you're going to uncover it. Voila! Looking good. And let it bake for another 10 to 12 minutes at 400. All right, she is done. So let me get her out. Oh. One really important aspect is that you need to let it cool for about 20 minutes, because if you cut it too early, it's going to have like a gummy inside. So I just baked this beautiful sourdough. Wait, can we? All right, taste test.